Welcome to the Militia Gaming community. I'm Trigger, and today I'm going to tell you exactly how you can test drive and build any car in Need for Speed Unbound without spending a dime. Let's go! Alright, real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for any of my builds, you can go to militiagamingco.com and click on builds at the top. There you'll see two options, Need for Speed Heat and Need for Speed Unbound. You can go to either one of those. Keep in mind the Need for Speed Unbound spreadsheet is a little thin just because the game just came out a month ago and we're still testing cars. But as I do builds, I will be adding them to that spreadsheet. So that's your best bet as far as all of my fresh, up-to-date builds. They're all on that spreadsheet. All right, let's get into this. So today I'm going to show you my method for building and testing cars without having to grind for hours and hours and hours on end to try to get the money that you need in order to buy and build those cars. So here's what you do. Step number one, you need to grind for the amount of money that you're going to want to use for the long term. What I mean by that is if your goal is to buy the Bugatti and build it, you need to have 3.6 million. And I suggest you do this in solo mode because it's a lot harder to do in multiplayer. So the purpose of this is so that you can have the money to buy the car and build it, and then you're gonna go back to an earlier save. So I'm gonna teach you how to do that. So let's get into it. So the first thing you wanna do is grind for the amount of money that you need for the car that you wanna test. Once you have the amount of money you need, what you'll need to do is close down your game, completely shut it down, then go to your File Explorer. If you don't know where that is, I have a little icon here at the bottom, but you can actually go to Search and type in File Explorer, it'll pop up. Open up File Explorer, go to Documents. Now this is in my quick access because I've been there a lot, but it might be under PC. So if you go to this PC, down to Documents, click that. Then find Need for Speed Unbound. Then go to Save Game, and once again, Save Game. Now, yours won't look like this. I have multiple saves that I've copied and saved and changed the name of. What you'll see is one file with the name 1. That's your save file. Now, the very first thing you need to do here, this is very important because you don't want to lose any of your save progress. You need to take this file, copy it with Control-C, click down here, paste it. So now you have one copy. This is your main save file. I also recommend renaming this to say main save. Okay? You need to do this. You need to have a copy of your main save just in case you mess something up. You need this. So just do this first because it'll save you in the long run if you end up deleting your save file by mistake. So just keep that in there. Okay. Now, that save file that you have as number 1, that's the file you just grinded all the money you need. Now you have this save file that's number 1. Go ahead and copy that again. Okay, paste it, and then title it whatever amount of money that you guys have in game. Okay, this is what I do, just my own process. You can do it however you want, but I title it the amount of money. As you can see by these other save files here, I have 3.8 million, 3.4 million. I also indicate what day of the week I'm on and which type of cars that I want to test using that particular save file. But we'll get into that as we go into the game. So anyway, just name it what you have. Let's say you have 3 million. And I'm going to put test so that I remind myself later that this is just a test file and I don't have to save this. So now you can launch your game again. We'll go down here. You can close this. Let's open up EA. We'll go in here, launch your game. All right, so like I said, I had a bunch of different save files in there, but the only file that the game is actually going to read is the one that is titled 1. Okay, the number 1, that's it. Anything else that's in that title, and not even just one more character in that title, and the game won't read it. So you notice I had a bunch of different files. They were all named something different. The one at the top was named 1, and that's the file that this game is going to recognize and bring you back to that progress, okay? Let's go ahead and load into the game, and I'll show you. I've got, I think on this save file, I've got 3.8 million. I worked for that 3.8 million, but the nice thing is I can buy any car now. I can test any car because the Bugatti is 3.6. I can buy and test any car, And then as soon as I'm done testing and what I figured out whether I want to get this car or not on my main save, I just go back to that old save where I had the 3.8 million and I just either buy it or don't buy it. So this is a good way to test drive any car you want, build any car you want, and not have to spend a dime to do it. Now, once you figure out that you like that car and you want to get it, then you go back to your main file and you get the money in order to get that car. This is just purely for testing cars, and it only works, like I said in the title of the video, for PC. So let's get into this. All right, so as you can see, I've got 3.8 million. Now, if I go over to rides and we buy, let's buy something expensive, because why not? Doesn't matter anyway, because the money's coming back to me when I'm done. Let's buy, I don't know, this guy. $251,000, right? I have 3.8 million. We take it and we buy it. Now I have 3.6. I use the car. I upgrade the engine to this one, $300,000 engine. Boom. There we go. 3.2 now. All right. We've spent about what? $600,000 ish, right? And I have this nice new Porsche. Now, I test the car. I go out, I play, I do whatever I want, and then I'm done. And I'm like, you know what? I don't really like this car. I don't want to keep it. Okay? So, all you have to do is Alt F4 or just close the game down. Doesn't matter, but Alt F4 is just a quick way to close it down, right? We close the game down. Now, we go to our save game again, which is in Documents. Need for Speed Unbound, save game, save game. This file right here is the updated file. You'll notice it's been modified to today's date and time. This is the updated file with the Porsche, okay? So what you want to do is delete that file. Okay, then go back to the file that you had previously. This was our $3 million test file that we made in the beginning. We take that and copy it. Remember to copy it first. Then paste it, right? Now we have a 3 mil test copy file. Now rename that copy file to just 1. Okay? Now, close it, open up Need for Speed Unbound again, and we'll fast forward the video till it opens. All right, and there you have it. I still have my 3.8 million. I do not have a Porsche anymore. I just have my money-making car, which is what I've got this for. It's good in all tiers. It's really good in S, and you can build it to like just barely into S+, and you can bet people and make more money that way. So that's what I was doing. But I don't have that Porsche anymore. I've already tested it. I realized I don't really like that car, and so I wanted my money back, and there you go. So this is a very easy way. It does take a few steps, obviously, and I'm gonna put those on screen. You guys can just kind of screenshot that and not make any mistakes. Make sure you don't delete your save file. But this is a very easy way to go through and test cars and not have to worry about spending money to do it. Now, I really wish this would work on PlayStation and Xbox, because this would save all the console players a tremendous amount of time, but it really works on PC only because you have access to your save files. And I think on Xbox, you really don't have access to that. There could be a workaround, but I just really haven't spent much time on my Xbox since I've been playing on PC. So anyway, I hope this helps some of you guys. It really was meant to sort of allow you guys to experiment with some builds, experiment with some cars, not have to spend any money. You do have to grind the money in the beginning to get it. Once you have the money, like I said, 3.8 is literally all you need. Once you get to 3.8, you don't have to get any more money in order to test cars. Now, the nice thing about this, and this is what I've been doing, I have a main save, and that's like where I put everything. That's where all of my multiplayer progress is. That's where all my solo play progress is, and that's for that. But what I've done is create a duplicate save of my main, and then I've built up my solo money in order to use that as a test account. So it's your exact same account, it's your same gamer tag. All it is a different point in time. So it's a different save file. That's it. So hopefully I haven't overcomplicated this. I can sometimes talk for a long time about something and repeat myself like 400 times. Hopefully I didn't do that in this video, but if you have any questions about this, my DMs are always open, and I'll try to walk you through it if you have any trouble doing what I just did. But anyway, best piece of advice, please just copy your file first. Any doubts, just copy the file first and save it and name it something different. It's the easiest way to do it. All right, that's it for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, my DMs are always open, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Shout out to all the Heat 5 members of the channel. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.